Hello and welcome back to Underlab. That had a nicer ring to it a few days ago. 10 months ago I uploaded my first ever video. 2 videos later and I gave up. I was getting around 100 views per video. While those who watched what I made seemed to enjoy it and I was grateful that they did, I didn't feel I was really adding anything to the world. So why bother? 3 months later and I had 100 subscribers. I was pretty amazed by that at the time, and so I decided to start making videos again. Slowly but surely more and more people started to watch my content, until we got to the point we're at today. I've been lucky enough to be able to monetize my videos. That means ads appear on them and I get a little bit of money for doing what I do. While I know most people would stick their noses up at me and say that I should be thankful for making even a single dollar in exchange for making videos, those people would be underestimating how much effort I put into most of my episodes. I'm not understating when I say each upload takes on average 20 hours to make. That's why I upload a video every 4 days or so, not out of laziness, but because I physically can't produce much more in that time. Anyhow, I got sort of used to that. I was happy to put a lot of effort into my content when I was being rewarded for it. To tell you truthfully, I made about the same amount a cashier in a supermarket does. I'm not living the high life. I live in a tiny apartment, and Underlab is just one of the many things I do in order to survive. Life isn't exactly all sunshine and roses for me. Still, you may be wondering why I'd have any right to complain. But that's my point. I never did. Even if my channel started to perform poorly, I'd just put twice the effort into my next video until my content was worth watching. That's why I never started a Patreon. I was earning enough to survive without it, and I thought it would be greedy of me to ask for more. So on to the point of this video. What am I to do when something I never did and was never involved in has consequences that pretty much completely destroys my channel? You've likely heard of the controversy involving PewDiePie and many others recently. Due to ads showing next to videos deemed to be too controversial, many advertisers have dropped out of using YouTube completely. This has resulted in a massive chain effect, meaning all sorts of YouTubers are getting paid far less than normal. That includes me. Despite literally having only sworn twice on this channel and each time it was censored, and you have no idea how much I want to emphasize the literally there with the F word, and making content that's far more family friendly than anything you would see on daytime TV, I'm now making half the money I did before. In this situation, you may expect me to turn on those who have seemingly ruined things for everyone, but I'm not going to. I blame those who turns this into something it's not. There never was a real controversy, but those who make trashy articles and promote lies for their so-called news have created real ramifications. Of course, those soulless cretins never thought their deception might cripple channels like mine that never had anything to do with this, or maybe they did and they just didn't care. Whatever the case, trash media has gone about ruining the lives of thousands of people, as it's known to do. So what happens now? Believe me, I'd like to keep making Underlab videos as long as there's even just a single person who really enjoys them. Sadly, I physically can't do that. As I said, making videos consumes huge amounts of my time. While I was being paid a small but livable amount to make them, I had that time to spare. If things continue like this though, I'll have no choice but to shut down my channel completely in order to make time for something that makes more money. I have taxes, bills and rent to pay, and I simply won't be able to afford to at the drastically reduced rate I'm being paid. Thankfully, there's a solution that you can be a part of. As I mentioned, I never created a Patreon as I felt it would be greedy. Now though, I guess it doesn't seem so unfair. From today onwards, I'm opening a Patreon which you can contribute to on a monthly basis. I'm planning to reward patrons with all sorts of really cool stuff, such as early peeks at new episodes and even the chance to have me make a video you want to see. However, you're under absolutely no obligation to contribute, and nothing is going to change and become exclusive. I've always completed videos a day before uploading them, so I'll be uploading the day I complete them for patrons if you're wondering. So my Patreon should only add more to my channel, rather than taking away from those who can't or don't want to contribute. If enough people help me out, I can keep making videos. I'd be grateful beyond description. Unfortunately, if not, my channel will probably end up abandoned thanks to the actions of others. Anyhow, thank you for watching, and if you're already checking out that Patreon link which has more information available, thank you even more. I don't want to stop making videos, especially not because I've been caught in a cross conflict that I'm not even a part of. Alright, well, I've got to get back to burning down orphanages and sending nasty letters to the Queen, and all the other sorts of really controversial stuff that I get up to outside of YouTube. I'll see you next time, and if you do choose to help me out of this incredibly unfair situation, even if you give only a single dollar, I wish I could meet you personally and thank you for your generosity.